Hispanic Heritage Month is a recognition of the contributions that Latinos have made to this country. Growing up, it was hanging out with my aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody going on Saturday or Sunday to go grill out and just have food and eat together. I don't know if it was particularly great every time. They weren't culinary masters at all. It was just grilling, and it was just the opportunity to connect with each other. Life in the Rio Grande Valley is about a family that is on both sides of the border. And you just get used to going back and forth. You just get used to having events everywhere. It's really more in recent years that things have gotten a lot tougher and a lot stricter. It was so much easier to just go back and forth, and it was so much just the custom to do so, and it's really defining more that dividing line between our countries and splitting this community. We are a mixed community of indigenous people, of people with Hispanic heritage, of people of European descent, Spanish descent, mixed descent. And it's in that mixture that there's beauty in the Latino community. You work in Texas politics, it's a hard knock life, and you work 24/7 and you live this lifestyle. I mean, this is what it is. Frankly, I mean, grilling, barbecuing has become a bit of a therapy this year. When you need to think about a different clock in your head, you're thinking about, how long is something on the grill, and what's the next step that you need to go to. And then we all just have some fun on a weekend. I always get asked, what's the Latinx program? What's that sort of silver bullet of what you need to do? And the thing is, you need to do everything. But you gotta come from an understanding that the Texas Latino community is 40% of Texas. At that point, you're not a niche program. You are the program. In order to win, Texas Democrats need to contact Latinos, African Americans, Asian American, Pacific Islanders. We need to bring in voters of conscience. We need to bring in young voters, women. That is the way you win. You have to bring everybody together in order to win. And you have to understand who is that coalition and be unapologetic about that coalition. Our Latinx approach is really just understanding who is Texas and how are we gonna represent Texas and how are we gonna fight for Texas. The Latino community and my family wanna make sure that we have healthcare, that we get through this pandemic, that we have educational opportunity for our children, that there are good paying jobs, that children are no longer kept in cages, and that people are treated with a fundamental respect. At the Texas Democratic Party, we're grounded in values. We're grounded in an understanding of what people go through, because those are the lives that we have gone through. And those are the lives that our staffers have gone through, our activists have gone through, our voters have gone through, our candidates have gone through. And we need to make sure that we're always fighting for them. So we have to be grounded in those values. We have to be grounded in those understandings of what it is that we are going to do. And in the middle of a pandemic, you think about all the traditional stuff. Do you do a massive cookout and a massive concert and all of these rallies and all of this stuff? You can't do any of that anymore. I love bus tours, and I've been able to plan a number of bus tours, but you can't do this time. You got to do something new, and you still got to cut through, and you still got to make those fundamental connections with people. So what do? We're calling millions of people across the state. Where it is that they have these kinds of conversations, we make sure that we meet them there and that they see themselves within this party and within this movement. But we know Texas can flip, and we know we can win because of people, because of Texans. Because at the end of the day, this state is just fundamentally changing. Yes, we have a week of action. Yes, we have Hispanic Heritage Month, but the Texas Democratic Party should be grounded in an understanding of who really is Texas, and that every week we are contacting the Latino community. Every week we are contacting our Democratic base, our coalition, and that we make sure that they understand what's at stake and what it's going to take to win. So we got some chicken wings with lots of lime, hot sauce, salt, pepper. We have fajitas with also lots of lime. And we're also eating some shishito peppers, some sausage, and a little bit of salsa, quesadillas, and tortillas. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.